Dang it, Bobby.
Hey, Queen Caution, what's up? How you been?
What's good? I'm doing good. What can I do for you?
Man, thank you for coming through, bro. We appreciate you. You popping in the city. We had to get you in, bro.
You already know. You already know.
So let's start off at the beginning. Where are you from?
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, South Side. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. That's where I'm from.
What was it like growing up in Oklahoma?
Growing up here?
Yeah.
It was cool. I like growing up out here. You know, it has a real, like, I had a real, like, 90s feel. Because, you know, like, when I was going up through school, I would rap battle a lot. So, like, rap battling and shit, like, that was my thing. For sure, for sure. And it was just hip-hop all the way. So, I think growing up here was pretty dope. You know, there's so many people that love to do what I do. It's dope.
So how did you get started rapping and making music?
Okay. So I have been doing music for as long as I can remember. So like I first started off singing since I was little and I wrote my first song when I was the age of 9. It was like a little Twisters remix. It was like, Quincy, you know that's right. Make these rhymes all the time. T to the I to the G, H T, like, ooh, that's tight. I thought I was cute, you know, in my rhymes. I was 9 years old. And then, you know, it was just hip hop all the way from there. You know, I fell in love with it. You know, I could express myself in so many ways. And then hence the diversity of my music. By the way, check out that album, Diversity.
Check her out.
On all platforms.
So how did you go from singing to rapping?
So I always listened to rap music growing up, Brother Lynch, Sibo, you know what I'm saying, all of that. And but you know, growing up I was in choir, you know what I'm saying? I would just be singing a lot, you know, because that's where the opportunities were. But then what made me transition to rap was it was like, I feel this shit. I'm feeling it. And so I'm just like, one day I pulled out my pen and pad. You know, I usually draw, but I was like, today I'm going to write a rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote that rhyme. It came out dope. And so I just kept going. And I only got better and better and better and better. And turned out I was really good at that. I personally feel like I'm a better rapper than I am a singer. So I started running with it. But then I was like, damn, I'm good at all these things. And so I do it all. Yeah.
So don't you sing as well? Like, can you talk about, you know, your love of singing, and is it something that influences your rapping somehow?
Yes. I incorporate singing into everything I do. I have a lot of rap songs that have singing in it as the hook as well, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I started out singing. You can check out Pain. You can check out, damn. I really need to release some more singing songs. But you can check out Pain on all platforms. That's the only singing song I can think of right now. Not Me is singing on the hook there. I've got Ride With Me, you know what I'm saying?
So can you talk about how you love making music and you do it for the feeling it gives you, not for clout or fame?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people they do this music and they do it for the cloud. They're all doing it for the wrong reasons. They're not doing it for the main reason that we all started. And that was just because of the love of it, for the love of it, you know what I'm saying? And when I first started doing music, I did it because it was a feeling. When I did it when I was sad. I did it when I was happy. I did it when I was mad. You know what I'm saying? It was emotion, because that's what music is. It's emotion. And so, you know, when I see people out here doing it because they're like, oh, I don't even rap. I don't even like music. I just did this for the money, or I just did this for the clout. It breaks my heart, because there's people out here that are really passionate about it, that are working so hard to get their music heard, that really love the shit. It's like if you were to apply for a job and you really wanted that job, you went to school, you got a degree, and you're hoping that you get that job and everything because you're real passionate about it, and you don't get that job. But then you see that the motherfucker that got the job don't even give a fuck about it. They didn't put nearly as much time into it or nothing. They just knew the right people and they got the fucking job. That fucking sucks.
Bro, I've seen you in a lot of open mics and shows since when I started getting back into it. Can you talk about how you're out there just grinding at all these shows? Like, you're really networking out here, bro. And do you have to, because you're an independent artist, that's why you're doing it? Or
I like to stay connected with my fans and my audience, you know. I do shows out here to show love and everything, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you gotta keep your name out there. You gotta keep it in rotation. And doing local shows is a good way to do that, you know, not just to connect with your fans, but to get content on your page, as well as to reach out to the fans that can't come out to see you that night. So, you know, that's part of, you know, being an artist. You got to be on your grind consistently. You got to make sure you have photos, videos, performances. You got to have it all. You got to have EPK. You got to have an ASCAP, BMI. You have to have it all. And so that's why I really be on my grind. You know what I'm saying? I just learned how to do music videos. And you know what I'm saying? Because that was what was holding me back for a little bit, was because, damn, I need consistent music videos and I'm not getting it. So now I'm learning how to make them and I'm getting better each time.
so, bro, can you talk about the Suki show and weren't you like not able to open up or perform, and the promoters kind of scammed the opening artist? Like, what happened with that show?
I don't know anything about the Suki show. Honestly, I don't know nothing about that. I just know that I don't particularly like that type of music, and I didn't know anything about it, honestly. I just know they came here and performed, really. So, yeah.
Okay. Can
I know this is my interview, but we can talk about that later for sure.
can you talk about opening up for Pastor Troy and the East Side Boys? What was that
Oh,
experience like? Didn't you meet a lot of famous people and stuff?
it was dope. It was amazing. Shout out to Johnny Potseed. And I think it was the Bushy Beaver Dispensary. I think they came from ATL and all that. It was out there in Shawnee. It was really dope. It was really crazy how that came to play too. Johnny Posse hit me up. He contacted me to come out there. And, you know, I headed out there. You know, it was a nice, shout out to DJ GP. He was there, One Eye from 103.5. It was really lit. I got some real good networking going on, you know what I'm saying? Pastor Troy followed me on Instagram. You know, we got something, we talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a really good way to get connected. And, you know, what I tell other artists that have asked me, like, how do you get opportunities like that, is you just got to stay connected. You just have to stay connected and stay consistent. And that's the only way to do it. And you can't be cheap. You have to pay. You have to pay. And I'm not saying pay to perform. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to pay to play. Like labels. Like when people sign artists to labels, it's like they're like, okay, I'm going to spend this money to distribute, advertise, all these things that you could really do yourself. So instead of asking them to spend that money for you and you go in debt and having to pay them back 10 times more, you just learn how to do it your motherfucking self, or hire your own team and pay them yourself, so that way you don't have to sign to nobody.
So Johnny Potseed was the one who kind of gave you the opportunity to perform?
Yeah, Johnny Potseed. Yeah, he's dope. For sure. Y'all should check him out too. He's streaming on all platforms.
Just what was it like running your own your own open mic competition, like with the pressure competition, like just the artist part, or like organizing? Like, did you enjoy that?
I did. It was a successful event. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed all the artists that came out. They did their thing. You know what I'm saying? It was very successful. I think everybody had a great time for sure.
What's your favorite part of being a rapper? Like recording, writing, performing, interviews, fame?
My favorite part is the music. It's the music and the experience when I perform. Like when I perform and I see my people is out there rocking with me and they're singing the words, it's like the best feeling ever, because it's like I have created something that people can enjoy. They can take home and they can listen to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing something that I love with the world and it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I sell CDs, you know, when I go to my performances, because I want them to have something to take home with them from that experience, for sure, other than just their memories.
What's it like being one of the biggest female rappers in the city? Like it's like you, Brianna Solo, some other people. Like what's it like? Is people? Do you ever feel like people trying to take your spot or take your crown or wait for you to fall off so they can step into Queen Caution's shoes or something? Like how do you feel?
I really appreciate that compliment, saying that I'm one of the biggest female artists in the city. I really appreciate that. But I think, saying I'm the biggest, I'm the best, I'm the baddest is just a way to keep us divided. I think if the O really came together and worked together as a team instead of bashing each other and putting each other down and creating drama in this little bitty pond of goldfish, instead of grouping up together to make an ocean of sharks, you know what I'm saying? We could do that, but we have to have our mind in the right place. So being out here, I'm the best, I'm the baddest. They just trying to copy me and come for my spot. No. We all work so hard and we all put so much time and effort into this music to really be fighting over dumb shit like a title. Like, you're not at the Grammys. We're not at the Grammys. We're in Oklahoma. We're in Oklahoma City. Like, why are we beefing? I don't like that. I like seeing my city come together, like at the People's Choice Awards. We all came together. We congratulated each other. We know what I'm saying. It was beautiful. And I would like to see way more stuff like that around my state. Not just the Oklahoma City People's Choice Awards. Why don't we do the Oklahoma People's Choice Awards where we got Edmond, Tulsa, everybody? It would be beautiful. And we could get there. But first things first is we really got to stop that shit. For sure.
I stop dividing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can't keep dividing each other. Like, we all got to come together.
Is it like there's no unity here, or everybody's competing against each other? Or do you feel like that might be holding Oklahoma back? Is the crabs in a barrel mentality, or not wanting to work together like Atlanta artists do?
It definitely holds Oklahoma back. Artists not working together and just Oklahoma not working together. Like, and I'm not even just talking amongst artists and promoters. I mean, like, we could be working with venues. You know what I'm saying? We could be working with the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could get all of Oklahoma on this. And I'm not just talking about the local shit. Look everywhere. And if we all combine, then we'll get put on the map. But we all have to come together. So yeah, of course, I feel like it holds us back a little bit, but I feel like there's definitely a lot more positivity in my state than there is negativity, because when I come out to these shows, it's not empty. There's people there. There's people there that really love it and support each other. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to those people. You know who you are. And, the ones that want to hate and make drama, they can do that. They can do that, and they're gonna stay where they're at.
Can you talk about the People's Choice Awards? Like, did you win an award this year, or like there's been controversy like that they don't have enough people in the categories, like they leave people out and stuff. Like, how do you feel about that?
I thought it was amazing. I didn't win. I was definitely nominated, which is still definitely an honor to be nominated. It's the People's Choice Award, so it's definitely just based off of people who participated and voted. So, if you were upset that, you didn't get nominated. If you were upset about anything like that, I mean, you didn't participate. It's the People's Choice Award. It's not under anybody's, like, oh, I picked this person to win. Like, you just got to come vote. We all got to come together and support each other, like I was saying. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think nothing was rigged. I don't think nobody deserved, not nothing. I think everyone that won deserved it. For sure. Like in my category, Latoya, she won, and she definitely deserved it because she's put in work just like I've put in work. You know what I'm saying? She puts a lot of time and love into her music just like I do. But at the end of the fucking day, regardless, she got the fucking votes. If she got the fucking votes, she fucking deserved it, and she did. Just like everybody else. And congratulations to all the People's Choice Awards nominees and winners, of course.
Did you start out with a group or anything, or a group of people, like when you started rapping, that was recording you or believed in you? Or a lot of people here start out in groups and then go solo. Like, did that happen with you? Or?
I wasn't never in a group. I was always solo. But when I first came on the scene, there was a person that used to help me out a lot, mix and master, and help me find shows and stuff. And that was DJ Triple Eight, and he helped me a lot through the start of my career. And he's really dope. And I think he runs Hubby Bubbly now, so y'all should definitely go check that out.
So y'all still cool and everything? You Triple Eight?
Yeah, he's awesome. I just wanted to go my own route. That's all.
Different direction.
Yeah, that's all.
Do you have any regrets in your career or life so far? Like you wish you would have started putting stuff online earlier, or something you should have did in hindsight you wish you would have did earlier, so you would be even more successful now in music?
I have no regrets because every step is a learning experience, regardless of the mistakes, because the mistakes help us learn. So no, I feel like I've gotten pretty far, especially from where I started.
What's the most important lesson you've learned in the industry up to this point? Like, don't trust people, separate personal and business.
This is a business. This is not a personal life. This is not this is what I'm saying. Like I would say in this music, you just mainly have to be about your business, because that's the only way we're gonna get through, especially as a female artist.
So I heard basically you manage artists. Like, can you talk about the artists you manage and like what are their names and like what got you into managing artists from being an artist yourself?
Yeah, of course. So I have two artists that I manage. So shout out to Big Flame and shout out to my girl Chiny. You know what I'm saying? I had managed these two artists. So what got me into first managing artists was I had met Chiny. She had came to me in 2021, and she was recording one of her songs, and we hit it off. She liked the way that I worked the station. You know what I'm saying? She liked her song. She said she liked recording with me more than she did previous engineers that she worked with, and so she started coming more and more often. We would record, and then I started realizing how much more I like to engineer and record others. And then eventually we got to a point to where it's like, hey, I would like you to manage me. And so when I considered the thought, I was like, hell yeah. I thought if somebody believes in me and they want to take the time out of their day to say, hey, I believe in you and I want some help, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you what I can do for you, and I'm going to do it. And Big Flame as well, when he came to me, also I believe in them. I believe that Big Flame and Chiny, they can go really far. So if there's anything that they believe in me that I can help them with, I'll do it. Part of what I was saying about Oklahoma coming together, you know what I'm saying? I think if we all came together and helped each other, it would be great. Like, we don't have a contract or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me helping somebody. A manager is just a title.
How do you, bro? There's been talk about like producers doing this casting couch thing with female artists in the city, like trying to like haul it down.
Oh shit!
How do you feel about when a producer, manager, or DJ, or somebody, or engineer, like trying to hump on the artist or preying on young female artists? Have you experienced this yourself, or how do you feel about it happening?
It's disgusting. I think it is absolutely and utterly disgusting. Yes, I've had my own experiences, but I'd rather not share them. I'd rather not. But I know that it's present in the city. It's a lot of chauvinism. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? When you spot it, stop fucking with it. And yeah, any promoter, or engineer, or DJ that's on that shit should really just be disgusted with themselves, honestly. Like, no, this is a business, like I said.
I think they like just catch feelings for the artist, but I don't know, like, especially if you're trying to have power, like you're trying to be this person's manager and date them at the same time, it seems.
Well, that's something different. I'm saying, like, for me to fuck with you, you gotta do this. That's fucking disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. I don't fuck with that. Now, I'm saying, like, if there's like two people in the scene that's like, oh, okay, like they want to date, they like each other, that's their motherfucking business. I don't really give a fuck.
It's like a mixture of that. Like, sometimes like do this for this, or I like you.
Right. If it's if it's one of these, hey, this should be happening. Hey, you want to do this? Okay, I got you. But you gotta come. You gotta come to my hotel. That's that shit that be happening. And right there, that's when it's like, can't fuck with you.
Even if they're talented or dope.
It don't matter. It don't matter. There are people around like that. But I am happy to say that it's only happened to me once.
That's good.
One time.
How do you take it if another female rapper dissed you? Or like how would you respond? Or do you feel like you're too big to respond to them? Like you don't want to give them no clout? Queen Caution dissed me back, or and has that ever happened? Somebody came for you, like
it's not so much of like I would be like too big to respond. It would just be like, I'm a Christian, so it's just like, okay, I'm sorry, you hate me, but I'm gonna pray for you. Cause I mean, if they're hating on me, they must hate something about themselves. Because I mean, I ain't hating on nobody else. So it's like you come at me, I feel like you got problems within your own self, within your own spirit. So it's like I just feel sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk? Are you okay? Like honestly, I'm a strong believer in that.
that's a good one. How do you respond to the critics and haters that say you have a deep man voice? Like your voice, or you're too aggressive with your delivery? Because I guess they're expecting every girl to be not like high voice and like like kind of sexy and stuff. Like
I was inspired by Brother Lynch, Sibo, Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just naturally have a deep voice, you know what I'm saying? So when I yell, it gets deeper. And I kind of get louder when I rap, you know what I'm saying? And it gets deeper, and that's just what happens. So don't talk to me about that. You go listen to Glorilla and then come back and listen to me.
So you're like, it's not really that much.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. Like, it's not even that bad. Like, okay, whatever. I have a variety of songs. So if you don't like my hip hop voice, go check out my reggae. Go check out my pop. Go check out my blues. I have a lot. A lot to pick from. Queen Caution is universal.
Bro, I mean, your voice almost reminds me of Foxy Brown, like a Southern Foxy Brown or something.
Really?
Bro, yeah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I've gotten that a few times. That's dope.
She has an iconic voice, so it's like really dope.
Right.
What's the craziest OKC show experience? Like a fight or a shooting or maybe a crazy girl at an event story?
Like just something crazy that's happened? Like during one of my, like, okay.
Events or one you've been to?
I'm thinking. Because I've been to so many shows. It's hilarious. Oh, okay, I got one. Okay. So it was actually at the Pastor Troy concert thing. So there wasn't a lot of people there, but there was a few. But when we were there, it was like they was really like giving us like high key VIP treatment. And so like when they seen that and they saw that I was a rapper and that I was one of the artists, there was this little groupie girl. And she would not leave me alone. She was like, yeah, I listen to all your music. And I was just like, no, the fuck you haven't. Dude, that shit was funny, bro. Cause when I walked in, she didn't make no reaction until like she realized I was an artist. The shit was hilarious, dude. It was funny as fuck because she was following me around the whole night and she was fucking fucked up. She was even starting to like quote my lyrics that weren't even my lyrics. It was funny. She was like just saying some random shit. I was like, this girl on drugs. I don't know. She was on something. That stuff be crazy. I know a lot of artists be dealing with stuff like that. Some crazy people at shows.
So, Caution, like, you're really about your business. Like every time I see you doing something or hustling, you got like CDs for sale, like talk about that, like how you can make money off CDs now, like still now, even though we're in the future now with streaming, but you can make more money off CDs than you can streaming sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I have an album that I dropped last year called Diversity, and I printed them off in all physical forms as a CD. I put it in a plastic case with the cover on it. I printed them all out, had 16 songs on them. And then at all my shows, I would pass them out and I would tell them, hey, I seen you, you said you enjoyed my performance. Thank you so much. Would you like to support by purchasing the physical copy of my album? And then I'll sign it for them. And then when they purchase it, I take a picture with them with the album, and it's a banger from there. And I understand that that's special for my fans and my supporters, because they have something to take home with them from that experience that they had. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my music touches people and they really enjoy it. So, and we get paid off our streams. Yes, we do. But it definitely also helps us, when you buy our merchandise. And I consider my CDs merchandise, a lot of people get that confused, like CDs and streams, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, back then CDs was like your streams. But nowadays, CDs can still be used, but not as streams, like revenue off of music, but as merchandise. And that's how I really look at it.
So, bro, how do you feel about some Oklahoma labels trying to sign people for no advance?
How you gonna sign with no money? How you gonna sign with no money? Like, no. That's all I gotta say. You can't sign with no money.
Right. And how do you feel about them offering artist shady deals or predatory deals down here? Like, is it messed up, or like, cause y'all are independent artists and they're trying to like take all your rights, or 360 artists up here, like.
It's fucked up. I mean, if you want to invest into an artist's career, first you have to invest. You have to invest. You have to have the money to invest in their career. And if they're not investing any money into your career, then why are you wasting any time with them? Because you could really just push yourself and spend your own money to advertise yourself. So why are you letting this broke sucker talk you good game into letting him leech off you? That's a straightforward.
What's some red flags or things you should look out for? Like what's a bad manager? Or
a bad manager.
Like if somebody, I don't know, comes up to you and wants you to sign a contract instantly, that's a red flag.
Yeah, if somebody is, well, no, because here's the thing. If somebody walks up to you and wants you to sign a contract instantly, they better have the money. If they have the money, it's a go. Okay, we can talk. But if they don't have the money, nah, red flag. That's just somebody trying to get something for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And as a bad manager, I don't think I'm experienced enough to really speak on what a bad manager is, honestly. So I'm not even going to speak on that. But I know a good manager sticks by their artist. That's what I will say. And believes in them, for sure. Don't ever waste your time with someone that's just trying to get money off of you when it comes to management. Because when you add a manager to your team, you're adding someone to your team. So you definitely want anyone that's on your team to believe in you, for sure.
Bro, how did you start recording and engineering yourself? Like, is it you didn't want to wait on an engineer or wait on a studio anymore, and you want to take it in your own hands? Like,
I just wasn't really getting the sound I wanted, and I understand I wasn't as comfortable, being in a recording studio. So I decided, with somebody that can't really hear what I'm hearing in my head. No discredit to the engineer at all. It's just, I wanted to try something else. So I decided to go and get my own equipment, and I started recording myself, spending 5 hours a day on Audacity, trying to learn it. And I did it for 7 years, for 5 hours a day, and I've mastered it. And I I became really good at it, and some people started to notice it, and they told me that they would like me to record them, and that's how I became about mixing and mastering others.
You have your mom like very involved in your music career. Like how she become your manager? Like what's it like having a parent being so invested in your success and pushing you? Like does she push you?
Yeah, my mom's very smart. She's very intelligent. She went to college and got her business degree, so she knows the business side very, very well. And so I let her kind of guide me on the business side, and let her kind of be my Jiminy Cricket, you know, in my ear, she's my little conscious when I'm making decisions, because sometimes it's good to have that that voice there that's not just, you know, that's really looking at it like the facts. Here are the facts, here's the business, and these are your options. You know what I'm saying? And I went to college too, but I definitely didn't stay as long as her. She got her degree. So it's nice to have her around and teach me the business side for sure. And, you know, she believes in me. You know, she's my number one supporter. You know, like from the time that I was little, you know, she bought me guitar, she bought me that piano right there. You know, she's been really invested into it because I think she believes in me the most. And I'm really grateful to have that. And I think God really blessed me with a great mom.
How do you feel about pay to play, like for shows for artists to perform or open up for big artists? And do you feel like sometimes the promoters are selling you a dream, like if you open up for this big artist, you're gonna be on, bro. Just pay this much money.
Pay to play. So it really just depends. If you're an artist that is just now starting out, you don't have an EPK, you don't have any performances under your belt, you're not really experienced, you don't have any recorded tracks, it would really benefit you to get on some shows. And you could definitely get on free shows, but there are going to be some shows that can get you more exposure that you may have to pay for. And I know that some of these shows may be like $25. Honestly, $25 is nothing compared to what you spend in the industry on ads, marketing, merchandise. To push yourself, it costs a lot of money. And it also is the same way when it comes to performing. You know, if you don't have the resume to be paid to perform, then you have to pay to play. If you want to be on bigger shows, of course. You can always work your way up. You know, like for me, I started out doing free shows, like open mics and stuff like that around the city, kind of getting my name out there, getting a little bit of attention. But then I started joining competitions. Competitions, you have to pay to play because there's a cash prize at the end. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. I won those competitions. And when I paid to get into those competitions and I won, my shit doubled. And it kept doubling. My streams doubled. My money doubled. My bookings doubled. You know what I'm saying? So every time I paid to play, it paid off. So, and then eventually, after paying to play so many times, I started getting paid. A perfect example of that is Trey Moneywave. I was paying to get on his shows. And then eventually, after kind of ranking in my resume, he said, okay, Caution, I really want you to come out to the show. And then he paid. He paid me. And so it's like, okay, awesome. And that's just one of the situations, but it happens. That's how it works.
That's why here's like the money's supposed to circulate in the scene. Like you pay this person, they pay you. It's like
it circulates. It circulates, and we're not even. I will say there are people that are cash grabbing for sure. There are people out there that you have the ones that are cash grabbing, charging ridiculous prices and things like that. But the majority of promoters I know out here are really just trying to help the artists as much as they can with the resources that they have. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the money really circulates. Like you said, he paid me, I paid him. It circulates, but it all puts us on a higher level on our streams and globally. It puts us on a higher level globally, if you really look at it.
You seem very independent, bro. Like, what's it like being an independent artist and talk about the grind and how to really get your name out there independently, like all the tough stuff that people don't see.
Oh yeah. I mean, late nights up in the studio, like I was saying, just learning how to mix and master, make sure the cadence is right, the lyrics are right, the performance is right, the choreography is right. Having to do that on my own and not really have anyone to help me at least on the creativity side. You know what I'm saying? Having to get out to these shows by myself, working 9 to 5, make sure I have the money to pay for these clothes, pay for these shows. So you know what I'm saying, up in the spot. It's just what it was, starting from the age of 15 is when I really started grinding, trying to get my name out there. At 15, you know what I'm saying? And all the way up, I'm 23 now. I've gotten on the Oklahoma Gazette, 103.5, and that all started, I started doing school talent shows. And, I really have nobody push me, you know what I'm saying? I went on my phone, I looked up the events on the freaking Facebook, and I was searching up open mics. Like, I want to look for open mics. And I found that there was an open mic in the Plaza District on the venue, at the venue, and I went to the venue and I started performing there. And from then on, I kept going. That's where I met Triple Eight.
So, how did you get the name Queen Caution, and what does it stand for, mean?
Oh yeah, so Queen Caution was originally Queen C, because my name is Carissa, and I was like, Carissa, and I'm gonna call myself Queen C. And so I started rap battling at school, because that became like a little popular thing that we used to do at lunch and after school and stuff. So I would start rap battling. And then one day there was a little wet floor caution sign outside. And then dude was like a little instigator, and he picked it up and he was like, "Caution, she's coming. Y'all better use caution." And I was like, I like that. Queen Caution. It's because, like, when he said that, I went off my rhyme off of that. I was like, Queen C better call me Queen Caution now. And then I just like, fuck it, I'm changing it to that. And as far as like what it represents, I like the name Queen Caution. If anybody like hears it, to know that means to be free, to be yourself, not to be held to any standard that society sets, and just be you. I want, that's the message I want people to take from my music.
Can you talk about how being a female rapper is more expensive than being a male rapper, like with hair, makeup, clothes? Like, a guy can just put on a snapback and a t-shirt and do the video, but the girl got to get their hair done,
Yeah.
the nails, the face, all that.
Yes, it's so much more expensive. Like, I can't even tell you how much money I spent on fucking nails, makeup, all that dumb shit. Like, bro, like, that's a small part of why I rock the natural look. You know what I'm saying? I'm branding this not only because it's comfortable, but because it's easy, you know what I'm saying? Shit, and it's cheap. I'm not finna do all that. I know there's artists that do, and hell, it's expensive. God damn. And now, so, like, if you definitely book a female artist, take that into account, that they have to make sure their outfit's right, that the makeup's right, that, you know what I'm saying? So sparing like $20 if you want them to come out is not a lot. Just for gas and time. Something. You know what I'm saying? To get them started. And I'm saying that's if you're asking them to come out.
And it seems like they're also judged more. Like the fans and people are looking at them like, oh, this girl didn't do her makeup today. Oh, man. Like, they're like, the female artists gotta be on point look-wise, or they're gonna get made fun of or something.
That's men and women in the music industry. That's why when I did the pressure competition, I made that a standard when judging. Like, when you come up there, you cannot come up there dusty. Do not come up on that stage motherfucking dusty. I mean, like, because you put no effort into this performance. If somebody comes out to pay to see you perform, you give them a show. And giving them a show is part of, you putting on a costume, which means you got to dress up, you got to look good, and you got to sound good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go out there And I want to go see when people went to go see Michael Jackson. He was legendary. He was a worldwide performer and artist. Never once did we see him dusty. He put effort into every single thing he did, and that's what you do to become a global artist. You put effort at every single thing you do, and that includes your look. Ooh, I'd be so mad when I see motherfuckers come up on stage in some motherfucking sweatpants and a t-shirt talking about I'm fresh, nigga. I'm the shit. Like, ugh. Yo, hair greasy though. Like, stop. You look bad. You look bad. Bad. Oh, shit.
What was it like meeting QC and like talking about signing to them? Like, what was that? Not, I know you haven't signed to them, but like they wanted to sign you. So what was that whole experience like?
Quality control.
Yeah.
That's one of them business decisions again, right there. I don't believe if a label wants to sign you, that they're gonna charge you to meet with you without any proof of anything, no contract, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the business wasn't right from the get-go, so I just broke off from it, and I ended up getting involved in new and better opportunities.
So they try to charge you to meet with them, basically.
Yeah. They said I was the one that they chose to go, one of the ones they chose to go out to ATL or whatever, and they and then they was talking about we want you to meet with, you know, the head of quality control and all that, which one was shady because, you know, the people that they was talking about didn't even run quality control anymore. So it was just like, nah. Unfortunately, I feel like they was just on some shady stuff. I didn't know too much about it. I just know business, and I know that the business side of that didn't look right. So I just didn't continue with it.
Okay. Can you talk about how, if this is like a social question, kind of like how girls, it seems like, are the new savages today? Like they be the ones that up front and dogging dudes out, and the guys are the ones crying, catching feelings and stuff. Like, do you feel like the gender roles have reversed, or like, do you think females are just tired of being played and that's why they're doing it? Or
I definitely feel like music has changed a lot over the years, for sure. Yeah, music changed. Yeah, it changed a lot over the years. For women to be a lot more aggressive than they used to. You know, women used to. The only time you saw them was when they were really doing like R&B, pop, singing, doing a disco. You know what I'm saying, like Madonna. And then it went to all this. You know, like I'm an acting damn fool. You know, yeah, that's crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like from going from that to that, and seeing like the males being so hardcore and aggressive, and then they go to, you know,
heartbroken music, Broadway.
Yeah, it's kind of what the females were doing, you know what I'm saying? But I think still though, it's beautiful. I like to see the change in music. Change is great, you know, and change is always evolving through music. I think that some of the best songs came from some artists like that. Like I like Murray a lot. Like he has a song called Trenches. I really like that song. So I think that we're finding new ways to express ourselves through music, and I think it's beautiful. And I think change should be supported.
So you're saying the music's changing how the women act personally because they're listening to all this stuff now. So now that they're acting it out in real life, kind of that's becoming.
Like you think that are you saying like what do I think about the women now being influenced by the music?
Yeah, like is that what you? I'm just talking about in general, like socially. It seems like things have changed. Like you see girls with rosters of dudes, and you know what I'm saying, like had no feelings and all that.
Yeah, I do think that I definitely don't support that music. I don't like that type of music. I don't. It does leave a really negative influence on the women of society. But I also understand that the women of society have to understand that this is just entertainment. You can't do everything you see on TV. That's just part of being smart and not a dodo bird, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because there's artists that do that. They make the shaking in the ass, they shaking ass in the club music, and that's their job. That's their career. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do because their songs get played in the strip club. They get played in places like that. You know what I'm saying? We need that music somewhere, and that's the people who do it. But you gotta be smart enough to know not to do that shit. Like I said, I don't particularly like that music, but I'm not knocking it. Shit.
Bro, it seems like you go between like different style, like super feminine and like kind of like laid back chill. Like sometimes you wear loose fitting clothes in your photos and stuff, but then other times I'll see you like with everything kind of hanging out and stuff. So I'm like, is that? It seems like you've been doing that more recently. Is that like a choice, like to be more feminine and out there now with your image, or?
Nah,
Did you just
like
want people?
I'm a tomboy. Sometimes I'll just switch it up. Sometimes I'm girly. Sometimes I'll wear, this. You know what I'm saying? Like I like fashion, like my go to is just like Dickies and sports bras. Like that's my thing. I like to just switch it up, make it look cute, feminine, make it look tomboy. I'm like my music. I'm diverse.
And is there a conscious choice, like you don't want to be known for your looks, you want to be known for your music, your rapping talent and stuff? Because some female rappers, like, that's how we first hear of them. It's like, oh, look how bad this girl is, as opposed to her talent.
Yeah, I definitely want to be known for my music rather than my looks. But I also understand that when you do music, you do have to uphold a look, and it has to be a good look. So, I definitely, like I say, I put effort into my look. I want to come on stage in costume every single time, whether that's a Dickie suit, a baggy trench coat, or whether I'm out there in some leggings and a bra. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what I'm doing, I'm gonna put effort into it and I'm gonna make it look good. But I definitely always want them to focus on the music because even when I dress feminine, I never do too much. Like I don't ever do too much. Like this, you say hanging out. Like I don't even have shit hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm show a little cleavage and
That's what I'm saying. I see some cleavage.
yeah, some cleavage. But they were doing that since before. Like Madonna, Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? It's just all inspired.
Would you ever date another rapper or producer in the city? Or how would you feel? Would you feel about that?
I mean, yeah. I think that artists should be with artists, honestly, because they're the only people that understand. Like I've been in relationships where the person wasn't an artist and they never understood, like they were always insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when you're with another artist, they understand the industry and they understand how things are gonna move. And things were out a lot smoother. But no, I mean, if there ever was somebody that I ended up liking, yeah.
So, what would you sign a major label deal, or what would they have to offer you for you to sign something like complete control, bunch of money, all your rights? Like, is there any specific thing you want for you
To sign? They have to offer me a good contract in my favor with a lot of money. I will have my lawyer review it.
Do you got a crazy show or like a promoter story, like trying to get paid, or a time you can get paid on a show or something, or a crazy
like what do you mean? What?
a crazy promoter story, like dealing with them, like some time something went wrong, or
Oh yeah. So I know recently I had made a post saying that I was opening for the Rod Wave show, right? So how that came about was there was a promoter that hit my line and he said, "Hey, I got your number through someone that supports you. It says that you were one of my choices that were brought up a lot for Oklahoma City artists, and I want you to open for the Rod Wave tour." I was like, oh shit, okay. He said he was gonna pay me $3,600. All right, cool. He's giving me all these details. I got the stuff in writing, whatever. And then like when the day of the show comes, he's talking about, oh, I need $600 right now for performers insurance, or you can't perform today. So I was like, what the fuck? I said, okay, take it out the fucking $3,600 that you owe me. And then he was like, no, I can't do that because you haven't performed yet. I'm like, all right, you scamming. So I just didn't go. I mean, how could I fucking know? Shit. He said he was gonna pay me. Shit. It just all went south the day of. That was fucked up.
That's crazy.
Yep. And then when I said no, he just bought me on out everything. He just disappeared. So I was like, all right.
Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
especially when he owes you more money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's fucked up.
So, what's next for you, bro? Musically, like, what do you got coming up? Projects, anything, or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be dropping 3 albums. I'm dropping a hip hop album, reggae album, and a blues album. And then I will be dropping the blues album in May. And I'll have the album release party in Shawnee. It's gonna be the well, not party, but concert. It's gonna be album release concert. More details to come soon for sure.
So, can you like plug yourself? Like, where can they follow you at? Your website, all that stuff.
Yeah, all platforms at Queen Caution. If you go to any of my social medias, like on Facebook or Instagram at Queen Caution, you can see, you can find my EPK and you can find my website. You can check on there. It's all in the bio. Yeah, you can find me on all platforms too, streaming wise at Queen Caution. Just anywhere you want to find me at Queen Caution.
So, do you have any advice for female rappers or people looking up to you? Like, man, I want to be like Queen Caution someday. Like,
Man, don't stop. No matter what happens, stay confident and stay driven and don't be afraid to go back to that drawing board. You know what I'm saying? And keep all the negativity just out your ear and stay grinding. Take constructive criticism. Keep an open mind because the more you do that, the further you go.
do you have any stories about people believing in you or not believing in you? Like, was there anybody that doubted you and it really affected you, and you really tried to prove them wrong, or maybe an experience you had in high school or something where it humbled you and like made you want to work harder as an artist, or?
Let me think. So early back in the day when I was doing like the Hubbly Bubbly competitions and stuff at the Art of Rap, when I first started out, I would compete in every Art of Rap competition and I would never win. I would never win. And they would always tell me I was doing this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. And then I just kept going back at it, kept trying and trying. And I went back to the drawing board each time and came back harder. And then eventually I won. And then I became really good at it. And then I eventually got to get put on bigger and bigger stuff. Got me linked in with 104.9 where I got to open up for Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? So, but it definitely humbled me being in competitions locally and in certain rap battles. It made me like understand that this is an art and that I am just now starting and I have to perfect this art if I want to get better. And for me to get better, I had to keep that open mind that I was talking about. Open mind, take constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to go back to the drawing board. Don't be afraid to admit that this is a mistake or that you could do something better. You know what I'm saying?
Is there anything else you would like to tell people or explain about your journey and stuff to people, or just talk to them about how hard it really was to make it, or like, because people just see the results, like, you getting booked for shows and stuff. They don't know all the years of work and time it took for you to do
Man, they don't know the money spent, the hours put in, the discrimination, the chauvinism, the times that I really felt like giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot. I really struggled, growing up too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I really got it out the mud. Nobody saw that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's every artist has a story, and everybody has to understand that we don't make music for no reason. Like, we all have a story. We all have a background, for sure.
How has the scene changed, bro? Like, since you got here, it seems like there's starting to be more shows and hip hop shows, but it also seems like the events are more dangerous. Like, people don't want to go out because they're afraid it's going to get shot up. Like, how do you feel about like people saying it's not safe to go out anymore in Oklahoma and the nightlife?
I wouldn't say that. I would just be selective about whom you choose to surround yourself with. Like if you know the vibe's off, then just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But um as far as like having like how the music scene changed, like I remember that the music scene used to just be the O. But now it's the OKC scene, the Tulsa scene, this scene, Lawton scene, this scene, this scene. It's crazy. And I'm just like, it shouldn't be that way. We should all be coming together, working together. But it seems like we're just, separating, breaking off into different groups more and more and more.
Clicking up more.
Things like that. And like battling against each other. We should really just be all combining our resources and working together. And then like, as far as like, it's not safe to go out anymore. I did hear some things about an event being shot up and somebody being injured or losing their lives, and that's really unfortunate. And rest in peace to that person, and my condolences for sure. And their families and anybody that was involved. That's really unfortunate. But we just have to make sure that when we book shows, that we get security. Make sure there's security there at all times, and I mean hire real security, not your homeboy. Not, oh, I know this guy from over here. No, hire real security. Goddamn. Shit. And if you can't hire real security, you don't need to be thrown in an event.
So that's really it, bro. I mean, thank you for coming, Queen Caution. I appreciate the time, bro, and the interview, man.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool kicking it with you, man. Yeah, everybody make sure that you follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Queen Caution. You can find all my music on all platforms at Queen Caution. And make sure to stream my new music video as well in a second. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching.
Till next time, Queen Caution.
Peace out.
Bobby Revenue.